You know, every morning I look at this view here and it never bores me. It is glorious there. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of The Young Farmer. My name is Andy. It's a little bit hazy out here this morning. A little bit misty and foggy, which is only just starting to burn off. But we're back for another episode anyway, so I hope you're doing very well. Today, before we get going, it is, like I say, the mist has been hanging around a little bit. It's about 9:30 in the morning now. And because that's a bit damp everywhere, the grass is damp, so we've got a little bit of time to kill whilst we wait for that to burn off. Now, some messages that I've been receiving from Simulation for the Nation, who's been hosting everything, he's been asking for a bit of an updated machinery tour, really. So we're going to give you a bit of a run through of what we got today, and we'll have a look, see it all, see what we think, see what we like, and we can take it from there. There's a bit of shuffling around the yard as well. We do have on the other side of the yard, the telehandler has the adapter for 3-point linkages, because we're going to fill this up a little bit. We've got all of our hay stacked up in there now that we have right now, so there's a little bit of space left. This needs to be moved a little bit, but we're going to start to do things like shunt this drill back, move the plow back, although what we might do is actually leave that where it is and just put the plow in on an angle there. Perhaps that would work. But yeah, we're going to do a few little bits and pieces like that, get a few things moved around here, because this has not been organised the most efficiently, and I need to clear some space, because the tractors are parked outside right now, and I always want to get my tractors under a cover where possible. But yeah, we're going to have a bit of a look into it all, really, and whilst we're here, we're going to start with the Arian. Now, obviously, I'm a class man at the moment. I've got the Arian 660 and the Action 830. They are my two chariots there. They do everything I need. They're perfect for it. One slightly smaller, more agile tractor, and the other bigger, more powerful engine. A bit heavier as well, so it's better on some of the bigger draft work. But yeah, two beautiful tractors there. Wouldn't think of changing them at all. They're pretty much bob on for what I need at the moment. The other night last night actually, we got back later than I thought we would. We were working on our wrapping some silage up there, and got back by 11:30 last night. We have the two Tanko wrappers on the front and on the rear there, which are ours. They're currently leased. There are actually 4 bale wrappers in this yard right now, and we're going to be having a look into all of those. So this is 50% of them. This system worked all right. I won't say it was fantastic. It had some issues there, a few teething problems, which, to be fair, may have been more my fault, as like learning how the machines work there. But no, we got through it. Yeah, it's been okay. It's certainly not been the fastest. We have a wrapper coming in today that is could be a bit faster again, but we'll see. But they seem to work okay. Which is always the starting point you can ask for there, really. And then we have, like I say, our big class Action next to it there. That's usually on the balers at this time of the year. We have got our big, our first baler over in the corner, which we'll get to. But yeah, that is a beautiful tractor. I absolutely love it. The rake that you see here, this is the Kuhn rake. This is the season-long hire that we brought in, because I didn't have one of my own. So we've hired this one in, and so far so good. It's held up to its own, really. Just under 8 meters working width there, so it's pretty perfect for what we need. It makes a nice even swath, and also kicks up these rakes high enough out of the way when you get to the end row that it doesn't, when the nearest rake to the ground doesn't kind of touch the swath on the head in there. So that's pretty good. I do like this system as well. It's solid. The lock-in mechanism in there is pretty perfect for what we need as well. Moving on, in the shed here, we've got our beautiful combine, our CR890 New Holland. We've had that once this year already, remarkably early, but we were in there to do some field grass work, actually, that went down an absolute treat. So it was a real nice way to kind of warm up the combine. It's ready and waiting to go, actually. Hopefully it won't be too long away. The weather's actually looking really, really good at the moment, so fingers crossed we should see that's going to change for the better very soon. And then yeah, we have got the 7-meter header to go with it as well, and just in the back there, you can't quite see it, but just in the back we have our 5-leg subsoiler. This straightforward Kverland. It's pretty old, but metal on it is pretty good, so yeah, can't complain there one bit. Moving on, in the corner here, this is one of the things I want to get inside, the relatively new triple axle Broen trailer, or Brocken if you're from various parts of Ireland. It is this is a beautiful trailer actually. This is our main trailer, this is my grain trailer, this is my hauling trailer. We used to have it on a Fast Track 4220, which we no longer have for various different reasons, but yeah, we used to pull it in one of those there, and it was lovely. It still is, it's great. Typically it'll be on the Axion now just because it's a bit bigger, a bit more weight to pull it. The Arian can pull it fine, it's just a little bit of a lighter tractor. We also have a bit of an older Red Rock. This is secondhand, this is new to us this spring. I wanted a secondary trailer age to be able to have as a spare really, or to have the side of the field there when we are carting grain. But yeah, the Brown will still be the chief trailer for me. We've got my really old Roland spreader. Look at it here. This is our muck spreader. There's a bit of lime spreading as well. I think it holds in the region of about 14 cubic meters maybe. Maybe not quite. It's been worn down, it's had belts replaced, chains replaced, blades replaced on the back. As you can see they're looking pretty shiny new, but it still does the job. And when it's called upon there, we hook it on up and it'll just go. I don't have a great deal of control over the spreading rate. I have a little bit on the belt speed here, but that's about it. So most of my application spreading control is done through GPS and through the speed on the settings on the tractor for things like oil pressure, flow rate through there, and also just cruise control really, for want of a better phrase. Really able to dial in a slow consistent speed, so I know if I'm going at this speed, X amount is coming out the back, and that's pretty much it there. Moving on into the hay shed, we've got our Valstad discs. These are new as of early spring, 5 meters wide here. Just a nice kind of set of carrier discs here. This will kind of work in the top couple of inches, mulch up any organic matter there, and just rake it over there and leave a nice even tilt. It's mainly aimed at like minimum till cultivations there. It does that quite well. It can follow behind the plow if you need it to, where it's going to go in there and just knock down the tops of the furrows and leave an even surface to come into with the drill. Speaking of plows, we're big and blue. We are Lemken here. This is a 6-furrow Lemken Dual. It's a beautiful plow actually. Not too heavy for its size. Nice working with. Nice, really nice metals on it as well. And yeah, that's working very well. The Axion again pulls that one. We do put a weight on the front just to get a little bit more grip down. But yeah, it's very impressed with that so far. I have thought about Kvinland, but there's no need to change this out at the moment, to be honest there. It's just, it is what it is, it's perfect. And then we move into the world of the big square baler for us, my Massey Ferguson 2370 Ultra HD. Now a story behind this, I've always had Masseys. I had an old Heston baler a while ago, probably when we about 3 years ago now, which was just flawless, really was. We traded up to get something a bit more modern with a faster reel and pickup, and to be honest, it's living up to itself at the moment. There, it is very sleek. Look at I love the bodywork on it. Just look at those curves coming out the back there. It just looks incredible. But yeah, we're doing very well. Bailed these bales. These were the first time out for it this year there, and it hasn't skipped a beat really whilst knocking those out, which is fantastic. So yeah, got a few calls out, some more work for this probably next week I think, so hopefully going to get that back out there and yeah, see how it goes. But I do love this baler. We reviewed Krone big packs at the time, and aside from the cost, which was exponential, I just felt that this kind of fit my system a little bit better really. I have nothing against the Krones, but this was just a better fit for me at the time, and it still is, to be honest. It really is. And then yeah, to kind of cap out the shed for now, we do also have our horse. This is our Pronto 6, so it's a 6 meter direct drill really. It does have a set of discs on the front. We opted not to get the version with you can attach a set of packer wheels along the front end there, but we opted not to get that. Didn't really feel that was necessary. To be honest, I'm quite pleased I didn't. We wouldn't have benefited from it, to be honest. But no, do love this system. It can allow me to do either direct or minimum tillage, or I can go into fully cultivated land anyway, and it works fantastically, flawlessly this spring so far, even when conditions were a little worse for wear. It was a little bit wet in places, very wet in other places. but we were able to handle everything it throwed at me. So very, very nice. That is just my bucket for the telehandler. Nothing too glamorous there. We've got a couple of cherry weights in the corner for the class tractors. Sound manufacturing, actually. Cherry, I would recommend them to anybody. Really, really would. Wrapping up here, we've got our, this is our new to us, it's our sulky fertilizer spreader. Looks like it needs to wash inside, there's still some crusty fertilizer on there. We picked this up about 2 weeks ago. Been a busy year for expenses. I wanted something, we upgraded the Amazon. This has it beats it hands down 2 areas. 1, capacity, 2, spread and width, really, from the Amazon that we had. And for the ZA, I can't remember what the number was on the Amazon. So yeah, bigger output and bigger capacity on this sulky here, and also slightly better integration with the GPS on the class. And so yeah, it was all around, couldn't really fault it. And it is a built an absolute beauty of a thing. It's a beast. It's a, I think this one is 3.5 ton capacity in there. It's just huge. My beautiful sulky. This is my sulky combination drill. 3 meters wide. It's an absolute gem of a thing. We picked this up as well. Oh, get around there. I'm climbing over everything. We picked this up because I wanted to offer customers another service for the direct drill over there. So when it is particularly wet, or when this winter, for example, when you just couldn't get in with a direct drill, I still got a little bit of work going on with the combination drill, because people were resorting back to ploughing. Really, there was no 2 ways around it. So the old combination drill served its purpose, no end here. And it is, yeah, it's a tiny looking drill actually. It's really nice. I'm very pleased with how it's working. Suits the action as well, an absolute charm. But it's even nicer, I think, on the Class Arian. Something else that also goes on the Class Arian is the McConnell. This is our hedge trimmer, new just recently, because we are bringing in a new contract, a hedge cutting contract. So this was going to be quite paramount to that. And yeah, it's smart. We've had a bit of a play around with it. It hasn't done much work yet. We're waiting just to get some of the harvest work out of the way before we crack on with it. But then it will be, yeah, it's going to be full force and away. So yeah, it's a very smart hedge cut, that. But that might be getting moved very shortly. We're going to shove that into another shed. We have our sprayer here. This is our Kuhn, the Kuhn Deltis front and or rear sprayer with front hopper tank. And yeah, it's a 21 meter, I think, this capacity working with here. It does integrate well with our the GPS on the Class Arian. We do use it permanently on there. It's actually just come off recently because we're kind of finished with all of our T3s for now, and we're waiting before any of the spring cereal crops will need any work. But I also need the class off to go and do harvest work as well. Get cracking with the baling and the mowing, so that's why that's come off there. But yeah, it is a very simple sprayer. I do like the... we're actually going to talk about sprayers in a little bit more detail very shortly, so we're going to leave that one for now. But yeah, we will come back and discuss that topic. My trusty old Tarot mower. This has had a few rounds, a few seasons with me now. This is season number 3, I want to say. And yeah, can't fault it. It's an absolute gem. It's in need of a wash down now, but we're going to wait for a little bit longer because I know there's a few more jobs coming in this week, and it's going to be it's going to get covered in pollen again anyway, so we might as well leave it as it is. But yeah, 3 meters wide. It does not have the auto swather on the back. Some of these Tarap and Caverna models were able to function with that, but this one does not. But yeah, ultimately still very nice looking little mower. Does a great job for me. For the amount of grass I knocked down, this is fine. I am nowhere near the stage of upgrading. If I did upgrade, it might be to a front mower, but to be honest, right now I'm doing pretty good as I am. And then our round baling options are significantly upgraded this season with a comprimer from Krone. This allows me to, it has a variable chamber, so I can go from 1.3 to 1.8 meters in working or bale diameter. And on top of that, I can also dramatically increase the pressure of the bales inside there as well. So that gives me, like, I can do that all from the box inside the tractor as well there. So it does allow me complete control as far as that's concerned. This baler will just destroy grass for fun. Straw, I haven't had it into straw yet, but I can imagine if it's going through some silage easily enough, it's going to absolutely devour any straw that comes my way. But yeah, we're going to go around the corner now. We're going to have a look at a few other bits and pieces. And this is when I said that we'll be talking about sprayers again soon. There is a new rep in town, and I wonder if you can guess which brand that rep represents. He came up to see me the other day because he had been told that I was well, small to medium size, probably still small contractor in the area. And this was probably about 2 weeks ago, and he asked me what I was using, what we'd recently upgraded, and I mentioned at the time that one thing that we're looking to upgrade was a bale wrapper. I mentioned that there are 4 bale wrappers in the yard at the moment. This is obviously number 3. And this is, yeah, it's a smart looking bale wrapper, no doubt about that. I am looking forward to having a good go at this one, actually. It is a trail behind, but yeah, it does look very smart in how it functions and operates. So I'm very intrigued I don't know too much about it yet, but I'm desperately looking forward to having to go with it. This is a Caverna. This is the, what is that, 7850 bale wrapper there. And yeah, so it's going to be quite interesting to see. I'm also looking at the idea of trying to find something which will do round and square bales, so I can bring some square bale options in. Because the other bale wrapper is tucked over here. This is the McHale. This is old. This is about 1991, I think. So yeah, it's a little bit old. And in the corner here on the front of our case 935 trusty telehandler, this thing is a beauty. It's a power machine. It's got plenty of power inside there. It's got a Fiat powertrain engine attached to it. Really, really nice engine in there. Really nice vehicle. But yeah, this is a fella teller. This is not ours. This is lent to me for a season. This is like a demonstration promo kind of thing. Very, very fortunate there. They contacted me through YouTube actually, so I've got YouTube to thank for that one. But yeah, so that is all parked up there. I've used it once, was very impressed with it. I look forward to using it again. But yeah, I mentioned we'll talk about sprayers, and this is what we're going to be talking about. This is a Caverna, the X-Track T4. Now, this thing is huge. Trail sprayers are really making a comeback at the moment. The capacities and the technology built into it are rapidly increasing. And as is the price of self-propelled sprayers. So you can get a great big trail sprayer for a lot less than you can a self-propelled, obviously. To give you an example, this sprayer here has a 40-meter working width. 40 meters. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. So we've got this to give it a bit of a go with, really. And I don't really have a lot to do with spraying at the moment, but I told the rep that. He says, yeah, I can keep it for a couple of weeks to see if I can get you jobs coming in. So we're going to go and try and give it a go. It's huge, but I'm very, very intrigued by it. It does have rear axle steering, and it's, like I say there, this is quite a nice design here. I'm going to get a proper look at it. I want to get it folded out into in a field so I can have a proper look at it. But yeah, it does look very, very impressive. Now this is obviously a significant upgrade from the Coon over there. It's nearly twice the working width for a start. But yeah, we are going to have a bit of a play around with it anyway. We're not going to be looking to purchase one of these. Simply cannot afford the, well, probably couldn't afford the chassis of this, let alone the whole sprayer. I tried to think how much these guys cost, but there's a significant benefit to going for this route instead of a self-propelled sprayer, that's for sure. But enough talking now. What we're going to do is just jump on into the case and make sure that this guy's disconnected, because we're going to there we go. We're going to take this around, go and hook up the McConnell. Perfect. Alright, and so yeah, the hedge cutter is going to go into there, which will be grand. And then I don't know what else we'll do. We might have a look at moving a few of the things, because yeah, I just want 2 bays ready for the to put tractors into, or just tidy things up really a little bit more. Because in fact, actually, why don't we just... No, let's do that. This little adapter I have here is an absolute lifesaver. When it comes to shunting equipment around yards there, it is absolutely perfect for this kind of stuff. And also, there we go, easy does it. Just so much quicker than using a tractor. Absolutely. And come around here nice and slowly. So anyway, how have you all been? I hope everyone is well. Do let us know down below what you're working on and how that is all going. But yeah, we've been nice and busy. That silent job we finished up just the other day was great to get done actually. Try and be a bit careful here. Perfect, we're going to just disconnect that. Yeah, that side job was great to get done there. Very pleased to get that one out of the way. It's worth quite a bit of money. I think that in the end there, it was about 300 bales off all those fields, I think, give or take. So yeah, it's very pleased to get that all done, that's for sure. Oh, I'm getting a bit fat, I can't get around that. Perfect stuff. Don't crash into that sprayer, whatever you do. So yeah, it's interesting that there's a equivalent rep there. We're going to be looking forward to seeing what else, what kind of relationship we can build up there. See if there's anything interesting that we can tap onto. I think I might just do here. We're going to move this. If we can manage to pick it up, we're going to move this over to the next bay, I think. Because you may be thinking, well, Andy, you got all this space over there. That's true. That's going to get shuffled around a bit, but that's also going to get filled up with some straw at some point soon. Because we are looking to continue to buy a bit more straw there, so we can put that with the towards the. Pull that back. So we can put that into the BGA there. There we go. Alrighty then, just like that. We'll move it into here. The hopper there somewhere that I can't see. Oh, we're gonna take that again. And we'll just square ourselves right up a bit. Okay, easy does it. Now we see how much quicker it is just to do it with this rather than with a standard tractor. All right, and then we'll do the fertilizer spinner as well. That's just looking pretty darn good. Hoping that when we've got a little bit of time left this morning, oh well, I'm hoping it's only going to take a little bit of time more just to kind of burn off the rest of that mist and let that grass dry out a little bit there. We've got a little bit of shuffling around to do in the yard. Get some mowers back on, take those wrappers off. Those wrappers are going to go back to the tanker rep soon enough. Impressive little bit of kit though, I must say. For what they were, I've never really used that kind of style before, so it was all a bit of an experience. But yeah, it seemed to work very, very well. And then just that plow. I might look at trying to get some kind of covering on that far wall there, but I'm not sure. At the moment there, everything's undercover at least. That's the main thing. Dutch barn is not the ideal because it's obviously liable to elements from a few different sides. So what we'd love to do is get that entire drill properly undercover somewhere, which we might look to do. It could be a shout to kind of line this bay here full of straw and then park the baler and the drills in the middle here. That might be the best bet, I guess, but time will tell on that front. We'll just have to wait and see. For now though, it's going to get kicked back a little bit and we should be good. Perfect. Alright, and then we'll just have to be able to shut that back, square that plow up and push that back a little bit. We're going to move that baler out of the way as well, I reckon, because it's going to be a bit easier. In fact, we might do that first, so we'll stick the action onto that. But at this point, I need to move that wrap as well. At this point, folks, I think we will go ahead and leave it here, actually. I just want to give you a bit of an update, really, on the machinery and the yard and everything else that goes with it, really, because I know a few people had asked about that. So I hope you have enjoyed that episode. If you have and you've yet to do so, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button to Simulation for the Nation, who obviously kindly agrees to host everything, and we will see you all in the next one. So until then, thank you ever so much for watching. Do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll see you later.